I apologize. I was looking for Russians. Supposedly, even though we've gone through 4 separate investigations that have proven to be false about this Russian hacking thing, I've been looking around the house because I was afraid. Actually, I listened to some CNN station and it brainwashed me for. It's amazing what 10 minutes of listening to CNN and MSLSD do to the brain. I really thought there was Russians in here. They had me believing that the Russians drove me to the voting booths and forced me to vote for Trump. I can't find any Russians here. Just saying. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about was tomorrow's 4th of July and how fragile our liberty is. I think what's causing this, the main culprit, is the takeover of our schools, turning them into government re-education camps. See, they'll have no problem accusing Republicans of separating Mexican children from their parents when their parents are being arrested for breaking the law. But then have no problems separating our kids and sending them off into indoctrination camps. I think as the years progress, the schools are being more radical. The teachings, the indoctrination, the brainwashing is becoming more radical. And these kids, each and every year at a higher percentage, are believing in the communist, socialist way of life. They're being taught to believe that freedom is a bad thing. And reliancy on the government is a good thing. They don't really understand when you need to ask somebody for something. For example, when you need to ask government for a handout, they make the rules. You do X, Y, and Z to receive this handout. They make the rules. The slave masters are your rulers. The people who feed you are your rulers, so to speak. When you hand over all the rights to government, they rule over you. There is no other way to say it. They become your masters. And whatever you need of them will come at a high price. God gave us our freedoms. And politicians, through the slow takeover of our schools, through the takeover of our television news outlets, are taking away our freedom. Even the right to criticize somebody will be taken away. About 2 years ago, I questioned this anti-bullying campaign. Remember about 2 years ago, give or take, it started in the schools, this anti-bullying campaign. And we need to stop this bullying. We need to stop it. See, this person committed suicide because they were bullied. I guarantee you people in the 60s and the 50s and the 40s were also bullied. And I thought something suspicious is going on here. Government doesn't care about anybody except for their own power. Why are they targeting schools? And what is this anti-bullying campaign that we're constantly being bombarded about? I said something will come of this in the future. And it didn't take me long to realize this was an attempt to undermine our freedom of speech. You criticize somebody, you're bullying me. You have an opinion that differs from them? You're bullying me. Now the politicians are coming out saying we should be arrested for critiquing our overlords. We should be arrested for critiquing them. Imagine that. Now they're moving towards silencing an observation and vocalizing the observation. How dare you criticize me? Off with your head is their mentality. Let nobody else hear his or her opinion. To prison you shall go. 4th of July tomorrow. It's not about the barbecues, although I will be barbecuing. It's about our freedom. It's about our liberty. It's about retaining it for many years now, and I do mean many years. The Democrats, and saying they are not socialist. They're fighting for liberty, and they would fight to the death and deny that they were socialist. All that time they've been lying to us. And the recent debates and the recent news media outlets reporting, they're openly admitting what they've been lying about for many, many, many years. I think what we need to do is protect our kids, teach them at home, not just turn them over to schools for babysitting purposes while you go to work. Really monitor what they are teaching your kids and try to explain to your kids, to your children, really what is going on. Anyway, folks, I'm going to call it a day. There are no Russians in the overtaxed taxpayers' household. I looked everywhere. I looked in the backyard. I looked in the back seat. I can't find any Russians. But if you find any Russians, I'd call the FBI. Thumbs up, subscribe, and click the little bell icon that's next to the subscribe button. Happy 4th of July.